Hello, my name is Lindsay Allison. In this video, I will be describing the Understanding by Design template created by Dr. Sheri Stover. In stage 0 of the document, you will identify the big idea of the unit. Then you will want to list the professional organizations you will use for the competencies and standards for this unit. Stage 1 is where you identify the desired results of the unit. First, you want to list all of the course information. Give a brief overview of the unit before filling in the competencies and standards you will be using from the organizations listed in Stage 0. What would you like your students to be able to do in the future? These are your transfer goals. You will list them here and align those goals with your competencies listed in the section above. The next two sections are meaning and acquisition. Meaning is broken into two parts: essential questions and understandings. Essential questions are thought-provoking, overarching questions. They are usually open-ended and there is no right or wrong answer. The understandings are what specifically do you want your students to understand to answer those essential questions. Acquisition is also made of two parts. The knowledge section is what basic concepts do your students need to know. These could be things like definitions, spelling, facts, formulas, etc. The final part is skills. What do you need your students to be able to do? This could include how to do research, give feedback, prepare a presentation, or being familiar with APA. Even if you are the only person looking at this template, it doesn't hurt to do a self-check, and there's one of these after each stage of the template. In Stage 2, you determine the acceptable evidence. You will decide what kind of assessment you will give your students, how those assessments will be evaluated, and what desired results from Stage 1 will they be achieving. There are two kinds of assessments, the first being performance tasks. These require students to use what they know and demonstrate enduring understanding. These assessments could be things like compare and contrast, self-assessment, or creating an intervention program. The other type of assessment is other evidence. Here's where you would assess information that is important to know. You can do this with quizzes, exams, homework, worksheets, or flashcards. A great way to show how you will evaluate your assessments, particularly the performance tasks, is through a rubric. You are able to list the evaluation criteria and the levels for each criteria. This allows for easier grading on your part, and the students know what to expect. Again, you have another self-check for Stage 2. In Stage 3, you plan the learning experiences that will be evaluated and cause the transfer of the information into enduring understanding. We use the Where To Learning Plan acronym to complete this section. The W stands for where. Where are we going and why? The H is the hook and the hold. What activity will you do to hook the students and how will you hold their interest? The first E is equip. How will you equip your students and help them experience the key ideas? The R is there to make you think of opportunities for your students to rethink, revise, and refine their work. The last E is evaluate. How will your students receive formative feedback during this unit? The T is for tailor. How can you personalize the unit to the different needs, interests, and abilities of your students? And finally, the O is for organize. For our purposes, how will we use technology to organize this unit? Lastly, there is one final self-check covering Stage 3. Thank you for watching this video on the Understanding by Design template.